Hello, hello. So we got to Yellow Science last time. We're continuing the April Fool's mod today, the one where a lot of things just randomly happen and none of them are good. That's basically the gist of it. We are currently trying to get all the sciences. We did remove Marathon from this, the thing that made everything, all the sciences 15 times more expensive, because it was getting to the point where there wasn't much else I could do or expand that wouldn't also take like 10 hours. So it would have just been me idling for 10 hours. So we did remove that one because otherwise I wasn't going to stream the end pretty much. So that seemed like a good alternative to just remove it. We do have expensive mode on still, so we need to redesign, well, not redesign, but we need to design a new steel lane. Also, howdy Jay, welcome, welcome. And we could also set up something to make more steel using extra iron. That's a viable option, and I think a fairly straightforward one too. So we have two options for how to do that. We can either have a splitter take extra iron from here. The other option is to take extra iron from... Well, I guess we don't really have extra iron. To take it directly from the machine. So the difference between those really just comes down to like space more than anything. I don't think one of them's inherently better. Let's see. We don't... Oh, we do have enough space here. Oh, but we can't power the... Well, oh wait, we can just remove these entirely. These don't do anything. Okay, never mind. We'll be fine. Yeah, why don't I just do this? Then we have plenty of space to have an output. Oh, I should probably make it not fill though during the process. There you go. These don't really... Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think I know what Spinning World does. Wait, why can't I mine anything? Okay, yeah, we're definitely gaslighting ourselves here. I don't really know what's happening, but things aren't really being placed well. Also, things just explode. You know, it's just one of the things that happen. Okay, that was weird. It wouldn't let me mine at all, and it wasn't giving me a mining animation. Wait. This wasn't the color I was. Okay, so I think Disco World does change my player color, because someone wanted me to change to, like, mauve or something like that. So this is definitely not that. I think that was this run. Oh wait, that might have been during the editor mode, but I don't remember ever being like a bright red. So I think we might have figured out what that one feature does. Now the real question is, why is iron backed up so much? Right, expensive mode started. Yeah, that tracks. Also, this is split way too many times. What am I doing over here? But yeah, expensive mode started, so we started losing about half of our half of our production, really. How do I make this work? I think this will work. But yeah, we have a drastic hit to our green chip production because things just got expensive. Input prio left, and we'll flip it. We'll go right. Now this can output prio left. I think that's a better way to do it. Yeah, that should be fine. And then we can have a side balancer if we want, but I don't think we really need it. So that should help a little bit. That's probably why we're backing up so much iron. Just because those aren't running at all. But again, expensive mode complicates things pretty significantly, actually. Let's see, where's iron? Iron, and then we need to stop one of the belts to make it that this only grabs if it's full, I think, because we don't want to take too much from our main base. Let's see, red wire. There we go. We don't need to read the belt. Enable disable if iron is greater than, I think, 2. Let's do 150. Basically, we just want to prioritize the top side rather than more steel. So this should work fairly well. Okay, yeah, this is a decent way to get steel. Eventually, I also want to make like a direct fed steel lane, like a double steel lane, because basically expensive mode makes things expensive. Who would have thought? Why did chat just reconnect? Did I lose internet? No, it seems fine. I don't know. But yeah, expensive mode changes the ratios of everything. So when you design stuff not around it, things tend to break very, very heavily. Okay, how can I make it that we get enough copper, or not enough copper, enough coal here to steal from the other lane? What if we do this? Because I don't want to have to flip things if I can avoid it. Let's do this. This lets us steal coal from the bottom, because I don't want to have to send iron up only to send it back down when I set up this lane. So this actually requires us to make a whole new design. So first things first, coal goes on the outside. That's easy enough. And then inserter. I guess it's just a standard smelt. No, never mind. It's nothing special. It's just a standard smelting lane that's reversed. So we just take this and we flip it effectively. Well, flip a lot of it. The outputs also need to be flipped, but that's fine. We can work with that. Our inventory is incredibly full, so that's always nice. Love that. That'll be useful. I don't think useful is the right word. No, it's definitely not the right word. Okay, what if I flip it this way? I'm trying to make it something that I can copy, although I don't think it matters that much. I do want to be able to copy this twice, because we do need to copy it. Yeah, we do need to copy it twice, so I should try to design it that way. So let's build one half, and then we'll flip all of the belts later, I guess. Actually, what if I duplicate this blueprint, create a copy of this, we'll place it here. We'll edit this one to not have this central belt, and we'll add it later. Because it is going the wrong way, and that will be annoying. There we go. Okay, so now we have a new blueprint we can use. If we can find it. And then let's put it on our hotbar. It's going to be destroyed like most of them, but it's worth a shot. And then we can get rid of this entire top half too, because we also have to redesign that. Okay. Do we have anything this lines up with? Yes, we do. Okay, so we can start building this. No problem. And then I guess we could enable bots. That's kind of important, actually. No, I probably should have done that from the get-go. Yeah, expanding in the underground is a little bit slow. It is technically, I wouldn't say 10 times faster. Like, we have 10 times the mining speed we used to. But that doesn't necessarily make it 10 times faster. But we're still expanding like 5 times. Probably 5 to 10 times faster than we used to. And that's saying something, because it still takes us like 10 minutes to build a lane, which means it used to take us roughly, oh, I don't know, 30? It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. Hello, Bajonas. Welcome. Okay, we are looking for cave-in. So basically the strat is to mine as much as we can before a cave-in, and then we summon a bunch of walls. Then we activate our robots and have them build stuff for us. I like summon. That's a great name. Why don't we use that for construction bots? Like, they're basically, I guess they're basically a cult of followers, right? To some degree. We could probably make that justification somehow. Okay, inventory's full again. That's great. We can just toss it wherever. Maybe this one. I think these eventually get sorted. I don't actually know that for sure. That's pretty high stakes for me to assume that. Oh well. Also, we have an extra exoskeleton. So we can make ourselves faster with... We make ourselves faster, but we would have less personal lasers. Minions, yes. Thank you. That's the word. They're minions. Just like the movie. Just like the movie. Everyone knows Despicable Me created that word. But yeah, that's a good description for them. I think that's the wrong one. Wait, hold on. Did I have an important message? Nope. Okay. Okay, cool. But yeah, sorry we didn't do space exploration yesterday. I definitely, despite the fact that I mentioned multiple times that I wouldn't be able to stream Sunday, because family was visiting, I completely forgot about it when Saturday came around. And it's like, oh, wait, yep, I'm not streaming today. This doesn't need a red output because it is, in fact, a steel lane. We are missing a lot of resources, but that's okay. Okay, and then I guess we can have steel split on the middle. It's a little bit odd, but I think that's fine. We don't need a fast loader, actually. We need a fast splitter, which might be missing copper. I'm not sure. No, it's definitely missing not copper. Okay, red belt here. Actually, we could split it into a yellow belt. That's a little cheaper. Not like it matters that much, but hey, free is free after all. Cool. So now this is something that we can copy next to it, which will mostly work. I guess we can make a blueprint out of it. Can I make it absolute? Right. The absolute button doesn't do anything. Oh, well, okay, never mind. I actually did click the wrong button that time. I think we're partially convinced that absolute isn't actually something that we can toggle. There's a small chance that it's something that the game just decides to do at various points in time for some reason. I really can't prove that. Once we beat the mod, we can get... Oh. That's unfortunate. Well, once we beat it, we can get a more accurate answer. But for now, I'm left uncertain of a lot of things. Which, oh! The button, it was replaced. Okay. Let's try this one. That's a decent button. Yeah, one thing this mod does that's very stressful is change my hotkeys, which normally is not a huge deal, but whenever I'm trying to prevent a cave from collapsing, it makes it that I pull out the wrong item to try to block a cave in, which is not great. Okay, these would be here, 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 and here. So let's do an underground. I think we need to make it more dense. I think our cave-ins, we need to start using underground so that way we have higher density. Because I think our smelting lanes take a little bit long to build. And it's very preventable by just using more undergrounds. Like a lot more undergrounds, but we can fit walls in the middle, and that gives it, I think, a higher density. At least that's the goal. Also, I just realized I copied it when we didn't actually have any log inserters, so that's fun. We're still building up here, right? No, we're missing 56 inserters. Oh wait, that's in the basement though. Okay, I mean, these are technically building. They're not building that fast, but I think they're building fast enough. So we can probably be okay with that performance. So now we let the bots build. And there's a very good chance that a lot of these are going to be broken. So we just kind of have to monitor our bots. Yeah, there's a very, very high likelihood of this. Although it's pretty good so far. Yeah, exactly. Back to the basement. Oh, Spinning World is on our side. I actually rotated this, but occasionally there's... I think that's what Spinning World does. One of the modifications is called Spinning World. And as far as I know, it's all it does is make it that sometimes when you rotate something, the input is dropped or it goes the wrong way. Which is completely separate to the inserters being placed the wrong way. So it means whenever you have to fix inserters, there's like a double the odds of things completely breaking, which it definitely needs. Definitely appreciate that for sure. Okay, I think we'll redesign the smelting lane with the next lane. I don't think there's any reason trying to redesign it here. I say that, but I mean, we'll probably have to do some manual redesigns at least. Yeah, well, we'll probably have to manually redesign it. Let's see. This is this blueprint, so let's just paste it. I don't know why I wasn't pasting it to begin with. Kind of forgot that was an option, I guess. But yeah, we definitely need a higher belt density. I guess I could just do some manual overrides for now. Because we definitely need more walls. I wonder if the cave-in frequency has increased. It probably hasn't. I think I've just been building a lot more, so I'm noticing it more often. Okay, I clicked the wrong one. But yeah, I feel like it's just one of those... What is that? Something bias. I don't know. 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 Som Observational bias? Is that the term? Whenever you like hear a word for the first time and now you feel like you're hearing it everywhere. I feel like that's me, but with cave-ins right now. That feels like the right phrase. Okay, is this something I can copy? I think so. Also, nothing's in the way, right? Yeah. Oh, that's wrong. Mine middle lane part and place blueprint. It would paste most of the walls first. I don't understand the mechanics well enough with cave-ins for. It's like I've tried stuff like that before, but like if there's a wide open here area here, and you just mine the middle, it's still very at risk of blueprints or cave-ins. But if we do that combined with switching the undergrounds, I think we're onto something. So if we do that combined with this strat, I think that would be fairly consistent. Because then we have something to prevent the cave-ins once we start mining these gaps as well. Yeah, that's why it doesn't take much to cause a cave-in. But the combination, I think, will work well. Did not need to place those guys. Sorry. Sorry, bro. You're not supposed to be there. Okay, this should place a lot of the walls, though. Oh, we need to remove these. We also, our inventory is full again. Is there any way for us to increase our inventory, or is it maxed? I think it's maxed, right? I'm pretty sure it's maxed at power armor level 2. Because I'm thinking it's mods where it's not. Okay. Yeah, there's a pretty healthy wall density if we switch to this pattern. It's a shame the furnaces don't have any support, because I feel like furnaces are they're pretty much solid steel. Like, they should have structural integrity for sure. We could also, if we switch to medium power poles, that lets us get a higher wall density, which I didn't think would matter, but honestly, just it might. It might be worth the investment. It feels weird, but like that doesn't seem cheap enough to be worth it. But on the other hand, we're getting so many cave-ins that I think anything would be worth it. Because it's not that much, right? Like, we probably waste more resources on cave-ins than we do on the medium power poles. What would that reduce? That would give us like an extra 1. It would give us an extra like 10 walls over the course of this. I don't know if that's a lot. But it's cheap enough that I can consider it. Although, yeah, with the middle ones, this seems pretty decent. So yeah, I think we have something that'll work pretty soon. I can't wait to get all of this set up, only to realize we don't actually have any spare iron. And this lane never runs. But we'll be making a new lane next to it. And yeah, I think we should design it around medium power poles, because the thing that we're building next is actually going to be a double steel lane designed around expensive mode. I don't know why I'm designing it like that. I think that's kind of a silly choice. Now that I say it out loud, it's probably not worth it. Oh my god. Spinning World is not happy with me right now. That took like 10 rotations. Missed 4th from top. Yes, I did. Thank you. Oh, I deleted the conveyor, but I didn't replace it. Thank you. These are rotated the wrong way. This is rotated the wrong way. Yeah, I think the double steel lane is going to be a really bad idea, but I've never designed a steel lane around expensive mode, so it could be fun. Okay, there we go. Just got to fail like 20 rotations in a row before it's correct. Maybe I should switch to a loader loadout. They're not that expensive. I mean, they are expensive. They're like 10 times more expensive, but they're also bot buildable completely, which I think is a big selling point that I should be considering. Okay, so we have steel. And now we can send this back to the normal steel lane. Now, I don't know if we have the throughput for this. Obviously, we do right now, but when it combines with the other steel lane, I'm not sure. It probably won't be an issue because of the expensive mode. Fourth from bottom is wrong as well. Okay. Yeah, I do, I guess I do. You know, they say fourth is the worth. That's not an expression. There we go. Okay. It should be good now. As I guess since we are missing... Oh, there was a rock here probably when you first pasted that. Okay. Now everything is fine. And most of these are working. Some of them might not be getting inputs. I don't think I expect these to all work completely full speed. Because this does only get spare iron, so technically speaking, it shouldn't ever get enough. Oh, also, the ratio... Oh, these are probably twice the length they need to be. I was just assuming it was a normal speed, but these take twice as much iron, so these are mostly wasted. The fact that they're working sometimes confuses me a lot, but I think that has to do with the outputs. Unless does steel also slow the recipe? Maybe steel slows the recipe too. Yeah, there's also coins, true. Although if we're overproducing, it's not a huge deal. I've kind of just accepted that coins are gonna block things. They're usually not worth the effort to grab. It's more just like a neatness thing. But yeah, I haven't looked at the steel recipe recently. It's possible that it is slower. Okay, so it's slower and uses twice as much. Wait, so why doesn't a 1-to-1 ratio work then? Oh, it does work. Okay, for some reason I was thinking the 1-to-1 ratio wasn't working. This just straight up isn't working though. Oh, it's blocked by it's blocked by a piece of coal or something. Okay, so let's do... I don't know if that's gonna do anything. We could recycle the coal. That's fine. And then this probably needs to be upgraded to a red belt, because I think we are actually overloading the belt completely. And then red loader. That was placed wrong. There we go. Okay, don't know why iron is on the belt. Let's actually, okay, because iron is on the belt, we're gonna do something weird. We're gonna actually filter out bricks to the right, because if this gets iron on the belt, it's not a big deal. But with steel being filtered out this way, it was actually blocking things. This way makes it that we can't output iron back onto the belt. I think the odds of that are low, but not impossible because sometimes we hand feed stuff. Okay, so that should help a lot with our steel production. Don't know why I made that a red belt. I think it just thought it looked cool. Now, I can't tell if our production is too low here, or if they're just outputting a ton. Or not production, but I feel like the belt speed is limiting, but I think that's just because we're trying to empty a ton of furnaces at once, so it's completely saturating the whole belt in a way that isn't normally possible. Okay, and then this is a small buffer for steel, but I mean, it is still a buffer. We might as well use it. Just so it can clear the stuff a little bit better. Obviously, we won't have steel issues pretty soon once we hook up purple science. Okay, so steel, I don't know if I actually want steel to be connected there. Because the thing is, most of our steel comes from the bottom. Although I think, okay, we are emptying it. So steel goes through the middle and then it can go out the bottom. So technically these do make it to purple directly. Have we made any purple science, by the way? We have. Ooh, that means we can probably get beacons. Wait. Oh, right. I forgot how this mod worked. Splits everything. Ooh. Ooh, orphan crafting went up. But yeah, it splits things into a ton of tiers just to make things more expensive. It makes things like 3 times more expensive, and it makes them annoying to queue up, which is not a fun combo. Has a productivity mods, and then speed mods. Okay, this is looking alright. We really need to look at a new electric chip lane. These are running so terribly. I mean, we could have the amount of assemblers here for now. That would do something at least. Although these are also bottlenecked, so yeah, everything is just twice as expensive. How's our power? Power is not great. We need to expand that. Okay, so I think we have enough space there to do another power expansion. That could be useful. See, do we have spare oil? No, but that's because we're cracking it all into petroleum. So technically we should have spare light oil if we turn it into solid fuel. We definitely need to add a pump though, to make it be prioritized better. But I feel like we could probably fit, yeah, we can definitely fit another power plant right here. We'll leave, well, yeah, we should leave some water so that way we can hook up what? Hook up the offshore pump. There we go. Okay. Now we should just be able to copy this and flip it. Of course, the inserters are going to be annoying to place, so we'll see how well that works. We have a couple options here. The easiest option is to just underground through this and just accept a small hit to production speed. That's the easiest. Yeah, we could just, honestly, yeah, it would be fun to just do an expensive mode run. I kind of forgot that was a thing you can do in Factorio. Would be interesting to see what kind of stuff we can make. Because we got it so late in this run that we haven't really had a chance to... Ah, that's why it was giving me a weird pattern. Thank you. See, I like kind of saw that, but I didn't really understand what was happening, so I'm like, oh, it's fine. It wasn't. Yes, good catch. There we go. Let's destroy the lube then. But yeah, we got expensive modes so late in this run that we didn't really get a good chance to actually like explore what was different. So it would be nice to actually, you know, see the changes. Everything is fine until Armageddon. Oh no, what's Armageddon? What is there something gonna happen that I'm not aware of? Are you trying to make me suffer more? Actually, that's a stupid question. The answer is obviously yes. Okay, I could use a splitter here. But the idea was to get gears onto this belt. I guess it doesn't matter. What was I making? I'm trying to make chem plants, right? Yeah. Related, yeah. It's fine. That's always that's related to everything. That's relevant to any run, really. Like if I'm not denying things, what's the point, you know? Yeah, I feel like if we do this, I think things work. Oof. That is unfortunate. We can shoot that in time, I think. Everyone just forget about it. You might be one of the few players that actually finished it. Funny experience. Are you talking about expensive mode? Or is there's something else? These are going to be staggered weird. Okay. Yeah, it seems cool. I saw like a speed race once between Anti and Nephrem's that did it. It seemed like it had some cool changes. Which is why I think it would be cool to actually do it instead of just, you know, realizing halfway through the run that we now have to account for that. Because I feel like a lot of the earlier builds are the ones that are going to change a lot, like circuits and stuff. Because I feel like you could make some pretty interesting looking circuit builds. I don't think red chips would change much. It's just going to be the same thing, but shorter. Or longer. I actually haven't looked at the red chip recipe. Is it slower and more expensive? Because slower and more expensive means it needs to be larger. It just produces half as much. Ooh, that's cruel. Now inserters have an even higher chance of not being correct. I like that. I love that. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we need to add some kind of prio here, I think. Which should be fairly straightforward. Maybe. I say that, but I don't actually have a vision on how to do this, so maybe it's gonna be worse than I thought. We're just gonna use this here. There we go. What? What? What was that? I have no idea what that was about. That was very weird. Okay, so if we take this and we send it here. Well, it can't connect there. That's fine. We can connect it here though? Yeah, okay. There we go. This should work. We just need one engine unit. I'm trying to set up some kind of like some kind of prio. Okay, engine unit, we'll get ourselves a pump, we'll put logic on it, and then everything should work. We'll stop cracking everything and send it to fuel first, which is the end goal. Okay, we'll do light oil greater than 5,000, I think, is what we want. Or like 10,000. We want a little bit of a buffer. Greater than 1, 2, 3, 10K. Okay. Because this stuff is all cracking, right? Yeah. We don't need the pumps here. We don't need the tanks before the cracking. Then we would want them after, which technically this is after. Or before. No, wait, sorry. I said it the other way around. These are we don't want them before the cracking. There we go. Okay. So now we only crack if we need it. So petroleum might suffer a little bit, but I don't think it will suffer for long because we're not using a ton of it. Now we can expand this because now we're getting plenty of oil going into power. Ideally. And of course, there's a very high chance that inserters get placed incorrectly. Gotta love that. It's gonna be pain for a long time, huh? Okay. Walls getting destroyed, that's not an issue. Power, okay, that didn't add as much as I would have liked, but it did increase our power by probably 20%. It's not a full lane, but it's more power, and that's what matters. Okay, purple science is very, very slow. And it's not a steel issue. That is weird, actually. It is an electric furnace issue. It's a brick issue? Somehow? Oh, we never double-checked that this was built right. Okay. We gave it filters, so that way if it was messed up, it wasn't messed up too badly, and didn't output on the wrong side of the belt. But that was the extent of our fix. So we just have like the perfectly poorly placed inserters to make it that this runs as terribly as it can go. Okay, so these will be facing output. These are an input. The filters are actually making this harder to visualize what's wrong though. So maybe they backfired. Like on the plus side, we didn't completely back up the belt with prod mods or purple science, but on the other hand, this is very slow. But yeah, the blacklists make it that it can't do something completely wrong. So that is nice. It is very helpful. Okay, and then this one doesn't have an input at all. And of course, when we placed it, it's placed wrong. Because why would it not be? Okay, and then I guess over here, we can probably filter out some coins. Because I feel like... let's not worry about the coins. I don't think the coins are going to be too bad. Once we fix all of the rotations, I think things will be better. Because part of the issue is that they're also just messed up along this side. So I think we had like maybe 2 machines running. Because of all the errors, we could probably get it up to, I don't know, half. I think half is reasonable. I think we'll start having resource issues before long, but for now we can make do with this. Okay, that seems fine, that seems fine, this is fine. Okay. Cool. It seems okay now. It's looking a lot healthier. Okay, now if they don't run, it's not the end of the world. We should have plenty... Oh, yeah, we have plenty of prod mods backed up. I think we're actually good on prod mods forever. So we could actually start setting up prod 3s. Now, I don't know if these are going to be more expensive. It doesn't look like they are, so that's nice. Let's see, can I place this here? I think I can. Then another input, and then we'll do prod 2s here. What is that? Why is that on my hotbar? There you go. Ooh, that doesn't actually work. Okay, what if we do an underground? Please don't be orphan crafted. Okay, I was worried when it didn't place that it was orphan crafted, but apparently I just didn't have one. Because yeah, occasionally we can craft orphan inserters or undergrounds, and I don't know if it produces one more or one less. I feel like the nice thing would be to produce one more, so it's definitely the other way around. Where are the random explosions coming from? Are you gassy? Yeah, I had a lot of lentils this morning. I was hoping nobody would notice. But it's one of the modifiers. It's called Explosion Scare, and I think occasionally it also summons a biter, or like or a worm. But it's very annoying. It just kind of it literally does that. It just scares you into thinking that there's something wrong when there really isn't. It's a well done mechanic, to be honest. It does what it set to accomplish perfectly. Okay, we need some processing unit. 1200. Okay. Well, we limited it with 80 prod mods. I think that's the right number. I'm not entirely sure. I can never remember that number. It's either 80 or 100. It's very easy to calculate. Why don't I just calculate it? Let's see. We need 20 prod 2s, right? Yeah, 20 prod 2s, which is 80 prod 4s. Okay, so this should be limited. Well, just in case I counted wrong, I'll do like 3 more or something. Hello, Frank Loco. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's just a long chain of things that make... Some things make them mildly annoying. Some things are incredibly frustrating. It's a very cruel mix of the two. We can start researching this rocket silo, though, which is nice. I might try to launch a satellite. I don't know if the satellite's more expensive in expensive mode, but I am curious. Let's see. What does it look like? Why would I know? I don't build satellites very often. I don't know the recipe. Why would I think looking at that would give me any idea if it's cheaper or not? Okay, so I think we can start RCUs as well. I feel pretty confident that we can make something. The only issue is we don't really have a ton of space. If we grab landfill, I think we'll be okay. I'm wondering if I should have kept some of marathon mode on, like maybe just done it to like ×5. It's a bit late now. I might. It would be fun. Well, I wouldn't say it would be fun because it won't be fun. I could revisit this at some point now that I know like the changes. But when I revisit it, don't give any of the things that made it solo player friendly. I just enjoy the suffering of times 15 marathon times not have the times 10 multiplier to crafting speed and stuff like that. That would definitely balance it. I don't know if I would ever finish it. It would take like 100 hours, but it is something that could technically be done. Well, actually, I was gonna say we'll have a lot of free time once we finish Burner Hundo, but honestly, we'll probably be redoing a lot of challenges, but doing them in the expansion whenever that comes out. So who knows? Who knows what will get done? Oh, that can summon some strong guys now. Okay, was that a big spitter? I've never actually. I don't really recognize them very well. Does anybody remember what I was looking for? I think it was something to do with RCUs. Oh, we need a whole lot of landfill. Okay, we're using most of our stone, so if we want more landfill, we have to. If we want more landfill, we need to mine more stone. Let's see, is there water being used over here? I don't think so. Okay, I probably should have mined the fish out of these first, since I am actually kind of out of fish, but oh well. we're fairly safe. And then how do I want to do RCUs? I could do this. I could do a loader setup again. It's been a while since we did a loader setup. The loader setup is fun. Let's go with that. I like it because it's stupidly expensive for like no reason, but it can't be messed up by bot placements, and I think that's really cool. I don't think we can automate loaders at all, right? Like I'm pretty sure that's not a thing that can be done. Yeah, this is a mistake. I'm just putting that out there. Fish are the most expensive item in this game, in fact, if you don't have water. That is true. It's like one science for one fish, right? Is that the most expensive item? Is that more expensive than like a nuclear reactor? 1/100th of a science? Or 1/1000th of a satellite? It would definitely be pretty close. Like I would definitely reckon they're like top 3. I just feel like there might be one thing that's more expensive. Maybe that's only in mods. And it would not be hard to make it more expensive in mods. Okay, I guess this is fine. Oh my gosh, we're still getting the wrong text. That's true. The whole rocket. But I was thinking like if you count an entire pack of science, it's one rocket for 10,000 science. That's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it could be. Okay, I'm gonna start buffering gears because we're probably gonna need more loaders. I also need more assembly machines so I can start crafting RCUs. We also need to work on beacons, which beacons I think are fairly cheap. I don't know where assemblers are. Oh, there they are. There they are. Okay, but RCUs, prod mods and RCUs usually isn't worth it. I don't know if things are more expensive though with rocket launches. One rocket for 100 science and then a single science and rocket per fish. You can put... I thought you could put as much as a fish stack. So can't you do 100 science at a time? But yeah, I guess that's not 1,000th at that point. That's a 1/100th. But yeah, I thought you got back one per fish. But yeah, that's still definitely proves your point. It is a lot more expensive than I thought it was. Okay, so I think we can do a loader setup like this. I shouldn't, but I can. And that's what matters. Okay, and then we can do an output like so. Okay, there we go. So this is my RCU setup. It's terrible. And that's it. It's terrible. Full stop. Because of just how expensive it is with backed up resources. But it's bot proof. And that's what matters. Okay, so if this goes forward, this should be something I can copy now, right? I probably should have designed it with beacons in mind. Although we can still add the beacons. Okay, so that's 8. And it uses up so much space. But it can't be messed up by rotations. Okay, we haven't done the speed modules yet, so yeah, this is not going to be a cheap venture for sure. I guess we can just rotate it, huh? Yeah, we can just rotate this. Should be fine. Loaders don't rotate. Sounds like an oversight. Well, the the mod specifically is called, the modification is specifically dancing inserters. So we're abusing this uh, by using loaders instead because they're not considered inserters. However, this is 10 times more expensive to build, so you know, I think it makes up for it. For sure. So that's how it's nicely balanced. By being way more expensive than it should be. I think we can copy this section, paste it here, right? Yeah, if we delete these power poles, we're good. Yeah, we got to take the small victories when we can, right? This is unfortunate. This doesn't actually work here. We can make it work with very annoying belt weaving, though, so we'll be fine. But yeah, we have to go fix that by hand. Yeah, we can work with that. I mean, we saved time on placing loaders, right? So why not make it take more time by doing belt weaving? It's the perfect plan. Okay. There we go. I don't know what side of the belt things are going to be on, so I'm going to have to assume we side load. This is so not worth it. But at the same time, it is very much worth it because it's really, it's a bit silly. We're trying to make something work that very much should not work. Okay, underground there, and then burner inserter. And then this one, I don't know what side of the belt the loader output's on. That's the problem. Okay, this isn't happening. We don't actually have as much space as I thought we did. I thought the idea was good. But that's okay. We can delete these and we can make this one a regular inserted design. I don't know. I want to make it work. But how? That's the real question. What if we delete all the inserters, then we try to place them in the gaps later? Let's see, what do we have to work with here? Okay, let's place these, see if something comes to me. What if I swap them? I could swap them every now and then. That might work. We could also filter out the RCUs to the right. That could work. No, that would... Maybe? Oh, that requires a lot of inserters to work with. That kind of defeats the purpose. Also, we need to keep crafting loaders. Actually, no, we don't. We just need to give them to the bots. We also need a passive fighter chest to do that. Don't know where it is, but we need one. Okay, loaders. Actually, wait, let's not give them loaders because I don't want them to place any of this stuff. Because when they place it, there's a chance it gets permanentized. That's not a word, but once it's permanent, it's harder to work with. It's harder to make changes. We deleted an offshore pump. Wait, how is this getting water? Oh, it was only... Oh, okay. We permanently broke it. That makes sense. That sounds like something I would do. It was only working because it was converted whenever we added landfill here. I think we converted it to an oil or an underground pump. I forget what it calls it. But if you place landfill over a offshore pump, it stays and it becomes like an oil well or something along that line. Something along those lines for the name. What if we shift this over? And then we had this splitter feed into two? That could work, right? So if this fed into two of them, like so. I think this works. No, I think we got it. And then we have an output. 2 flat belts. And then rotate it, rotate it, rotate it. Okay, I think this is what I need. No, I think we've got something. Slightly different pattern, but it should work. Now we copy this and see if it tesslates as I expect it to. There we go. Okay, we did it. I think we got this. I wish this was a more useful victory, but we'll take what we got. Why can't that be mined? It's a ghost. That was weird. Okay, I think that's good. And then we don't have power poles on any of them, I'm realizing, but that's fine. Power poles are things we can add. No problem at all. And then we still potentially need more medium power poles, but I don't think we do because we probably have all the production we need for launch. I don't know, actually. Research is taking a while. I don't know what's holding it up. Purple science. Yeah, that tracks. Somehow steel just completely stopped producing in any decent quantity. So I don't think that's inherently an issue with steel. I think it's just the fact that we are producing an incredibly low amount of steel for this late in the game. Yeah, that's probably it. So we are going to convert half of these into speed modules, so that way we can start RCU production, and that gets buffered here, I think. Yeah, we can just start buffering them here. That should be enough for launch. I don't actually know for sure. It's hard to say because I don't know what expensive mode does to like rocket silos. I don't think it does anything, but there's a chance it does. So I'm lacking any confidence right now when it comes to what we need for launch. Okay, did we finish the loop? We did. RCUs don't really have a correct output though. So we can sideload those ones here, and then these we can flip around up top, I think. Whoa. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Not entirely sure what causes it. I think it's like a weird interaction between... Wait. Hold on. We combine some belts here. I think it's like a weird interaction between the permanent belts and undergrounds trying to do their same thing. So it just kind of deletes stuff instead of doing anything at all. So it's a weird result, but I'm not terribly surprised by it. And then I don't know what the silo itself costs. We definitely need to check on that too. Okay. So that has blue chips on one side. Let's do a filter inserter that can grab only blue chips, and we'll grab 2 stacks of them. And we'll double check that that is in fact what the silo costs. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the later recipes aren't really more expensive. They're just, well, they're more expensive because of the earlier components that make them up. They're not more expensive because they require like more speed modules or more processing units. They're just more expensive because processing units themselves are like 4 times the cost or something like that. It's a pretty big disparity between the two. Something tells me we are not going to be getting speed mods anytime soon. Because we are not producing like any green chips at all. Sticks, sure, we don't need that. We'll just give it a fast inserter instead. Okay, this should filter stuff out correctly. At least we have speed mods we can use now. But we're not, like I said, we're not going to get a ton of them. And then they stack pretty high, so we'll just buffer them. Okay, but yeah, we're getting like no green chips over here. I think green chips just come from like the dregs of this, which used to have a lot, but now that it's getting half, that's pretty significant. All right, thanks for lurking. Hope you have a wonderful day. We definitely need to speed up our base if we want to be done anytime today. I thought we were like super close to being done. But yeah, this green chip hit is substantial. We could steal from this. That would be a nice band-aid for now. A non-insignificant increase in green chips, actually. It's like right here. This should be good. I don't know what's in this pipe. Nothing. Okay, so we're not getting any... We're not getting enough green chips. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, no, we're not getting enough sulfuric acid. That doesn't make sense. Hold up. Did we break the sulfuric acid pipe? Wait, what? I mean, we definitely broke the sulfuric acid pipe, but I don't see any section here that was supposed to get sulfur. Oh, there it is. There's the sulfur belt. I was looking for a pipe. I thought those were battery assemblers, but nope. Turns out they were sulfuric acid assemblers, so that's what's not running. Okay, so we should be getting... I mean, we're obviously still getting some sulfur. If I had to guess, the prio is just all wrong for getting sulfur. Yeah. So that's a fairly easy fix. So one way we can fix this, I think, is by just putting a pump like where sulfur is produced. That should be a fairly reasonable fix. Or it doesn't work at all. It really, really depends. So that is not insightful. One way to fix it is by hoping it fixes it, is effectively what I just said, which is not useful. Oh, come on, really? That was blocking the system. But yeah, that will make it that it changes the path that petroleum can take to get here. Of course, we're just not using enough oil, though, is what it boils down to, or producing enough oil. It looks like we're not cracking enough heavy oil, though. So if we put speed mods in these, that will help a lot. Let's see, can we do a speed mod assembler? Yeah, we can turn this into a speed module assembler, and then this can speed stuff up for us. So now we can just copy and paste it. We need to get all the speed mods we want, though, first. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Actually, these should have prod mods in them because we're actually limited by light oil right now. But I don't think it matters that much, so we're just not going to worry about it. I mean, these should also have prod mods in them. It's just we kind of don't have a ton of space right now. So I'm just using the speed mod method because it mostly works. Yeah, it looks like a lot of these just aren't running because they're backed up on heavy oil. Although I wonder if it's a connection issue. It's often a connection issue. Because it's really, really easy to misplace pipes here. Okay, there might be a way to make it work. Like, this has a light oil connection at the bottom. So if we do this, that gives us a little bit more heavy oil before we have the speed mods. So this alone might fix it. And then it will also get speed mods. Yeah, this heavy oil, it makes it to the same spot. No real difference in priority. Okay, yeah, this is actually not an issue at all then. Okay. There we go. More heavy oil cracking. We could even use prod mods here if we really want to. But I think at this point we're doing okay. Because now that these are all running, that probably gives us like 25% more crude, which is substantial. Because it felt like at least a quarter of this wasn't running. Okay, so we have sulfur again. We're consuming way too much for blue science, but that's okay. It's about to back up completely. So that will start getting us blue chips again, which means we probably won't have all the green chips that we just split off. Hoping we would have those green chips. So that's not as useful as I would have liked. But that's okay. How can I balance this, though? Does this gets a force silent? Okay, so if we do another splitter here, and we flip it, we can sideload green chips up here. Now, they are on the wrong side of the belt for that, but if we do a flippity flop, Everything looks a lot nicer. And now we're getting slightly more green chips. We're only getting the backed up ones though. Same here. We're only getting surplus from all of these. These ones will do a 50-50. Because speed modules are important. But yeah, we just need more of them. This won't work for that long. What? That's not a belt crime. That's what it should always look like. Also, I feel like we've produced all the yellow science we need, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to say. But we can probably turn these off. Yeah, actually, let's stop producing yellow. Okay, so this... We're gonna whitelist these. I think whitelisting these is the easiest way for us to stop these. Because if we were to flip them like I wanted to, flipping them is a little bit slow. And deconstructing them is slow because we wouldn't be able to reactivate them if we realized we were wrong. So this should be a good way to stop yellow from producing without having to deal with either of the fun mods we have that make things harder. We're learning how to work around rotations, basically, which is very useful. Okay, let's go produce a bunch of green chips. Also, we need steel, right? Yeah, we need an absurd amount of steel. So, let's see. We have iron ore here. Are we using up all the iron ore? I feel like this one has a lot of spare iron. Like, we could probably get a third or maybe even fourth belt up there. We could also connect it to one of the new patches, so we just need a new... We need a new smelting lane. And then this is the one I was talking about. We want to switch to using entirely undergrounds in it, so that way we can fit more walls in between. And we also just need more walls. I don't think this design has anything to do with... Yeah, this design shouldn't have anything to do with expensive mode, but maybe it's somewhat useful. Ooh, wait, if we could hit a substation... Would a substation would help a lot with cave-ins, wouldn't it? How expensive is this? Oh my gosh. Oh wait, has it reset? Oh my gosh, that's why it's so expensive. It reset marathon mode. I was wondering what was going on. Hold up. We weren't supposed... That was supposed to be disabled, but it re-enabled itself. Oops. Slash. There we go. It's like, wait a minute. That's... I was wondering what purple is all about. So, have we actually produced... Yeah, technically we would have produced enough purple. That's great. We must have gotten a new marathon tier that reset it or something. Maybe. I don't know. But it seems good now. Okay, so that means we probably don't need to expand science then. So steel is low priority. I mean, maybe not low priority, but it's lower priority than getting green chips. Also, what are you guys doing? Don't do that. Find something more useful. Okay, so do we have enough copper? That is the first question we have to ask ourselves. The answer is yes, we do have spare copper. The issue is that we need to get copper in very weird spots, and that complicates things. So we have copper down here. I have no idea what that command is supposed to be. Aziz Ansari? Did I accidentally quote Parks and Rec? Wow, watch some movies? Okay. Not sure what you were referring to. Good talk. Okay, we're definitely good on science, though. So the main thing is we need green chips. And honestly, this is a good spot to produce them. Intro to Fifth Element, when they are digging out the pyramid, the archaeologist says, "That's Aziz light." Ah. Oh, because it was so dark. I have seen that one. I don't remember quotes very well. It's like, even if I have seen movies, I can't place quotes worth a worth a damn. It's bad. Yeah, I think this is our best spot that we can make it. So we can take the copper from the original tunnel, move it down here, and then we can fit a very cursed green chip build. So the ratio here is 1 to 2. Actually, no, it's like 3 to 2. I want to say it's 3 to 2. No, it would. The normal ratio is 3 to 2, so this would be 6 to 2. So yeah, that's 3 onto 1. I don't know if these have enough inserter speed. Let's actually research stack size while we're at it. This is a mistake. You made a sound effects clips and put it out to lots of Victorias during Rooster Chat and yell at the streamer. Ah, yeah, that would make sense. It's normally not that relevant. We do tend to play with, what's it called? Always Day On, just for recording purposes. This mod messes with that. Also, look, our color changed again. So Disco Player does in fact do what we thought it does. I don't know why it didn't do anything for a while. I don't know what triggers the change. But it's not great. Also, this is the wrong recipe. But yeah, it's not like that frequent, I think. Because we like played for an entire day and our color didn't change, and now we've changed like 3 times today. I'll have to ask the mod author for like a list of effects and what they actually do, because there's a couple we are uncertain of. Now, the real question is, can I tessellate this? Yes, I think I can. Okay, so this works. Now we need to figure out how to get iron into it. Now there is this design. I don't think I want that to be the design. But if we move this over and use long inserters, we no longer have the movement speed we need. Not the movement speed, but we no longer have the inserter speed we need here. We have to do double. Now we can't get the inputs. Oh, we could do input on one side and output on the other. This works. This is not going to go well with dancing inserters. I think I can say that with confidence. Yeah, with the fact that inserters are just terribly placed, I don't have high hopes. Okay, so that's all coming from one. Wait, is this spaced too close together? I think this is spaced too close together. I think this actually needs to be here. This is 2, 1, 2, 1. And then we can do an output and an output, input, input. So this will be pure iron. This will be green chips. Then it looks like we won't necessarily have issues with power poles. Okay, I think this is okay. With the prod mods, that might screw with the ratio a lot, but I mean, do we really care that much about the ratio? I don't think so. And if we shift this over one tile, I think it fits within the section. Okay, that's great. Good old long inserter in the wrong spot, as usual. Okay, so our defenses are kind of in the way. We're going to have to build them around this. Fortunately, we can still fit a decently long build here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, rotation's incorrect. We definitely need to fix this somehow. Although everything is correct so far, right? So we can technically blueprint this. I don't know. I probably shouldn't put snap to grid on because I don't know what to tessellate's on. Because it would be this infrequent. So I guess it does tessellate on, it looks like 9 tiles. I think is the pattern. Yeah. Okay, and then we're just going to have to go through and delete flamethrowers. And this gives me 16. Don't know if that's good enough. That should saturate a whole belt, so we need to side load halfway. Cool. We copied it wrong, though. It's not too late to fix it. That was not how I should have fixed it. I should have undid. But these were supposed to be undergrounds. There we go. And then this power pole is in the wrong spot. Why can't I copy that? That was weird. Okay, I think it's good now. Now we can make a new blueprint, and then they're probably all rotated wrong. Let's see. I think it's good. It's one of those things where rotating them correctly doesn't guarantee success, but it makes it a little bit more likely. But because of the mod, There's going to be misplacements regardless. So we don't need to concern ourselves too much with what's going on. Yeah, I guess we'll just try to fit it, and then we'll move. Then we'll just move flamethrowers if we decide we need more. That should be all right. Yeah, we'll do what we can here. Maybe I shouldn't move flamethrowers. I did not consider those guys. Yeah, no, never mind. You know what? The flamethrowers can stay. I was gonna accept the fact that things went run, or while we're attacked, but not if we're being attacked from this side constantly. I thought this was the peaceful side. I knew we were getting attacked from here a lot. I just didn't see a ton of copper ore. Oh, it's probably because it's on the water. They don't spawn ore there. Okay, and power poles are definitely not in a good spot to use them, but that's okay. Okay, so we made this 18 long, so we should do a side load at the 9, which isn't possible. That's okay. We just need to side swap this. I think we have enough space to do that. I think this technically side swaps it because they're over here. Now they're on the inside. Now they're on the left side. Okay, so this does the side swap. There's going to be so much stuff improperly placed. I can't wait for this to not run. And then I guess we'll just place the pipe or the belt as far as it can go and just hope it works decently well. That's really all it needs. It needs to be decent. It needs to be decent. Okay, so copper here. We're technically going to need 2 red belts of copper to make this work, I think. So this isn't going to run... I don't think this is going to run as much as I would like, but I hope it's okay. Actually, is it 2 red belts? It might be one yellow belt of each. Not really sure. I'm not sure if the recipe makes it slower or more expensive. That's one of the things with the expensive recipes. A lot of the times it makes them slower and more expensive, which usually means you don't necessarily need... You don't need a fuller belt. You just need a longer belt that's like the same thickness or more assembling machines, stuff like that. But that might not be true for this particular recipe. Okay, I want a loader, right? That's what we're trying to get? Yeah. Which we're missing inserters. Okay, I can't wait for this green chip build to be built so late that it doesn't help us. It will help because we've produced like no RCUs. It's like we do desperately need it. We're only 10% of the way to launch in terms of rocket components. We also need to set up rocket fuel. Rocket fuels shouldn't be too bad because that doesn't have a ton of inserters in it that can mess up. LDS is good. Iron is not good. Okay, I don't know how those got the wrong thing. Okay, let's just connect up the copper first, and then we'll worry about the iron. And then if I decide they need to be iron belts, red belts, that's an easy fix to do. Okay, I'm pretty sure we did iron on the left and then copper on the right, right? Yeah, okay. So this one is iron. So iron isn't actually connected over here, but we might be able to connect it over here, so we're going to do this anyway, but there's probably a better spot for us to get iron from. So let's see, unfiltered inventory again, can never find anything, especially since it just keeps getting larger. Okay, that's totally fine. It somehow does have iron in it. Not a ton, don't know where that came from. I think it might have been from that one time we accidentally connected steel when you weren't supposed to, but it looks like we can probably split off copper here and get something started. Yeah, we can't always throw more storage at the problem. I don't know how it will help this particular problem, but usually that's an option. Why didn't that place? Wait, what? Oh, did I cut and paste? I might have cut and paste. Sometimes I cut things when I shouldn't. Okay, so we have another copper line that we need to connect. We're gonna make this... Oh, we don't have any walls. That's not good. You know, I remember now what happened. We were going to get walls, and then we realized we were in marathon mode when we weren't supposed to be. And then we got sidetracked. That's basically the gist of it. And we are still suffering the consequences from that. Oh yeah, it is. It is very effective. Like, why make something good when you can just use a better, use a more powerful system and not have to make it? Which, I mean, yeah, I guess it is effective. I feel like it makes it that overall game quality is dropping. But you can't have everything, I guess. Yeah, that's definitely the mantra in game development these days. Fortunately, Factorio is seems very well optimized. I mean, I haven't really ever had to run. I mean, aside from this stupidly large base, aside from our stupidly large burner base, I've never had any performance issues with Factorio. Why make things better when you can always use more belt? Exactly. I mean, it is pretty accurate everywhere, I guess. It's accurate in Factorio too. Why make an efficient base when you can just make more base? Factorio is an exception to the rule. Yeah, it really is. Like, it's very impressive. Very strong kudos to the devs. Let's see, we need some belts, and then I think I have underground production. There it is. Wasn't sure where. That's true. It's a flowchart with graphics on it. That's a very accurate description of factory simulators. I'm trying to think of a problem with it, but honestly, no, it's just a perfect description. And then idle games, which I also play a lot, are just spreadsheets. It's like, are games even real at this point? Am I just playing the genres of games that are barely even games? That's probably more accurate, actually. I need to play fewer idle games. You know what? We're just gonna drop half the walls and the exoskeleton. Yeah, we should be able to get more copper out of this. I guess that works. Okay, we need more light. Actually, we don't need lights here. We're not going to be here long. Everyone needs one more cookie clicker in their life. Yes, just one more. Only one more. Definitely not multiple at once. Actually, I don't play as many as I used to. I definitely used to be in the let's have my computer constantly run every idle game I can find club, which is a little bit wordy for a club. But yeah, that definitely used to be me. Okay, so this should technically work. This is now that I've built this, it's a very weird way to get 3 lanes of copper down there, but I think it technically works. Is it better if I upgrade this? I don't know. I don't know if red belt helps any of these, but it might. Well, it definitely won't help there, considering we don't have any splitters. What do I need for that? Iron? I feel like it's usually iron. We'll just chill. We'll just chill here for a bit. I like how I'm running back and forth to like try to get myself to stop being pushed by the belt, and I just ran back and forth between the two, the same 2 belts. Okay, so this does help a little. It's not great, but it definitely helps some. Okay, theoretically, I could take this iron and send it down there, but I don't think I need to. Okay, let's wait. Let's find out that this is all built wrong. It doesn't produce at all. Like, if you're the right amount of not fully paying attention, it makes perfect sense. That does help. Yeah, like if you're not paying too closely to things, a lot of things do make more sense. There is a lot more truth. Oh, there is a decent amount of truth to that. Like action movies, the only people who say they don't make sense are the ones who try to make sense of it. But if you just look at the explosions, they're perfect. Well, maybe not perfect films, but they're not confusing at all because you just accept that you don't know what's happening. It's great. That's why I love action flicks. Despite the fact that you never know what's going on. That is unfortunate. Let's sideload at the next one then. Also unfortunate. Wow, these are getting pretty... The odds of things being permanent is pretty high these days. Oh, wait, I think we got the tech. Okay, so we can launch a rocket. What was the most annoying thing in this run? Probably rocks. Are rocks something we can launch? I don't know. No, we could launch a stone to symbolize the rocks. That's an option. At least we are getting a little bit more circuits out of this, but with how many were misplaced, we're really not. This wasn't that effective. This really wasn't that effective. I should have done this with a loader design and just accepted that nothing was going to work. Does Michael Bay the movie and you're good to go? Romance, horror, adventure, add some more explosions. Honestly, yeah, that does simplify things. Also, that guy was doing the most useless job ever. He was just constantly moving the circuit from the bottom up, just keeping it indefinitely, like a limbo. If a game claims to be an accurate simulation, then it should be judged by one. Do many games claim to be accurate simulations these days? I guess there's a lot that claim to be simulators, but they're never close to accurate. They're fun. I do love my like colony sims and stuff. I don't know if they're really simulating anything accurately though, especially physics ones. And there is totally accurate Battle Simulator, which technically claims to be accurate in its title, which is definitely one of the least accurate because it's obviously a joke. So yeah, I guess most don't, do they? Okay, this is looking good. Okay, you know what? This is somewhat functional. Maybe. That might be a bit of a stretch for me to call this. Captain of Industry? Oh, that one... I saw, I think Nephrim's play it? I don't know. I think I saw one of them, either Nephrim's or Ante, I saw one of them do the demo of that. It seemed interesting. Or wait, Captain of Industry. Never mind, I don't think I've seen that. I'm thinking, I think I'm thinking of Rise of Industry. Captain of Industry, is that a different thing? Oh, it is. Or did they just rename it? Those look incredibly similar. Well, now I'm doubting everything. I don't know which one I saw. But if it's called Derail Value and it's about going fast and breaking things, then it having a good simulation gamified to be fun, that's fine. Oh, I feel like I missed the first one. Oh yeah, Train Simulator. Honestly, the train, I feel like those ones are decently accurate, right? But then there's things like Surgeon Simulator. I feel like those ones aren't. Like, I know the company that makes the train simulator, they do actually try to make pretty serious simulators. They're pretty cool. I'm not good at them, but they're cool. Will this work? I think it will. I guess for me, it just comes down to, is it in the description where they claim it's accurate? Because as long as the description doesn't say it's accurate, I probably don't care that much if it's just a wild simulator. I guess this can go over here. Surgeon Simulator is the Quappa. That is a perfect description for it. No, it's very... It seems more about just mastering the controls than anything. But then again, I guess technically, like, you can play with the heart, you just shouldn't. Okay, is that right? I think this is good. Okay, so we should be getting some RCUs now. We're up to 245, so I think we have a processing unit shortage, which makes sense. We did waste like 1,000 processing units. So how can we fix this? That is the real question. We do have green chips. So if we take these, send them to the right, and then do the same with this, maybe things look nicer. No, let's actually remove that one. The prio should be here. Okay, so now if we upgrade this to red belt, we have a pipeline where you can upgrade things a little bit nicer. Okay, so now we just need a whole lot of splitters, which uses up a lot of green chips. Probably more green chips than it'll save. I'm just trying to like push all of my resources into one side of the base now so we can actually, you know, build something. Some acknowledge they call themselves a simulator, ironically. Okay, that's fair. So it has to either be accurate or it has to be ironic. And then they're free to use the title. I think I'm understanding the rules now. These are very, very strict rules about how to name your joke simulator. Yeah, it looks like if we can get these green chips up there, we're in for a good time. Or a better time. But Roboport, let's assume it's not necessary. Really no reason I should make that assumption, but you know, it might be true. Sometimes it is. It's close enough to the edge that I doubt it's the thing that's barely keeping my walls in reach, so I'd say we're probably fine. Now we go up, and then we go all the way back down, and all of this was just to realize that there's not a place we can cut through with the power, with the underground. Perfect. That failed flawless. Task failed successfully, I guess. And now we can cut out the side. Perfect. And now we get an auto build. Just what I wanted. And voila. We are next to the green chips. Perfect. And then, of course, we get another permanent placement. Things are not going too great in terms of for this right now. Now, I don't know if we have a side load force. I think we have a side load force in both of these, which means we can upgrade to a red belt. And everything's good now. Okay, so that should double our blue chips. You mean Railroads Online calls itself an accurate simulation of railroading in the American West? That sounds like that's such a hyper-specific title. Why does the tender kick flip itself when going more than 15 miles per hour? Well, everyone knows trains are slow. You don't get on trains because they're fast and efficient form of travel, obviously. Why would that be the case? They're slower than a bicycle. Everyone knows this. Right? I think I might be able to convince myself that's true. Maybe. Also, we have not been backing up electric engines. Where are those? Actually, that's a good question. Where am I producing them? Okay, so chances are we don't have 200 there. Not even close. Okay. So let's see. Electric engines back up to 200. I wonder, is there any chance I can buy something useful from the store? I think it's mostly ammo, but what if it happens to have electric engines? That would be cool. Yeah, the only simulator that I played a significant amount of, I really liked. Farming Simulator was decent, although that one I only played to mess around because there is a glitch where if you stood on top of a piece of lumber and picked it up, you flew. So I spent more time than I should doing that. But I played a decent amount of Truck Simulator. I really liked that one. Especially since I went to places and they're like, whoa, I've kind of been here. Or like I've been past here. Because, you know, they have the American one. It felt cool. Of course, there weren't that many places I could go to because it was like main highways. But still, it was good. Everyone knows that rockets are the most efficient form of transportation. That's true. That is why... that's why Space Simulator... That's why they're making an expansion for Vectorial called Space Age. Because it's efficient and the best form of travel. I actually considered in my space exploration run at some point to have a rocket go from one end of Novice to the other because I didn't want to have to get us to spaghetti it through my base. It would have been a very silly choice, but it would have worked. There's what I'm looking for. All that work and the answer is no, we can't buy what we want from here. We can't buy an artillery turret. We can buy a tank. It's not useful, but I'm going to buy 10 of them. There we go. Okay, we have all the tanks we need to last us till the end of the run. I'm glad I'm glad we accomplished our goal. That's not right. You know what? We probably do have enough processing units, but they're all backed up on the belt because of the silly way we decided to build things. Oh my gosh. Wait. Do loaders not... Do loaders not have a limit for how much they can put inside an assembly machine? Okay, so this plan backfired, but not for the reason I thought it was going to backfire. Would Kerbal Space Program count as a simulator? Yeah, I feel like it would. Okay, so we need to redesign RCUs. Oh, that is a big big mistake. Oh, that is a very costly one. Okay. Okay, so speed modules on the left, process units on the right. Okay, so we don't need to increase processing unit production. Honestly, you know what? I have a better idea. We're gonna keep it because I think the design is great. And we're just gonna do this. This is a terrible choice. I regret it, actually. But at the same time, it's not that bad. Is it gonna be even? Not at all. But it will work. Now we need to do the same thing with speed modules. Wait, we have another exoskeleton, right? I don't know where it is, though. Yeah, KSP is really fun. I've heard bad things about the performance of KS2. KSP2. Like, really bad things about the performance. But it seems pretty fun. See, if those loaders are anything like the ones from K2, then their limit is basically the hand feed limit. Yeah, okay. That tracks. That would explain why this did not work at all. See, it worked really well for... Oh, we're also just low on speed modules, so it's not like we don't have other limits. I think we'll have to redistribute the speed modules at some point, too. But yeah, it worked really well initially for blue chips when we set it up, but I guess that's fine because blue chips, you know, are incredibly green chip limited anyway. Filling up to 200 wasn't a problem. Much more significant loss here when it comes to RCUs. Victoria is a production line simulator, and it involves doing a lot of things that go into optimizing a production line. Yeah, it simplifies a lot of steps, but the general flow is definitely there. A different splitting scheme? We would have to do some kind of logic on it, though. Like, if we did, like, combinator logic, we could probably make it work pretty easily. But this should work. I think we fed about 300 speed modules, so I think we're okay. And then we have some more processing units we can feed. And then we can go back through, but this should be fine. This will get us all the RCs we need. Considering we still have to do... Well, we still have to make the silo. We still have to do the beacons. And then we still have to do rocket fuel. We should be okay. Actually, yeah, let's set up concrete real quick before I forget. Can we do this easily? That's the real question I always have to ask myself. How can we easily set up concrete whenever the base is so awful? Oh wait, concrete might be pretty easy. Have all the belts on a circuit network and only have them turn on when the input is exactly equal to the input. Yeah, that could work. Just like activate all of the splitters at once. So that way it might overfill them, but it will overfill them evenly. Something like that. Because it disables the belts after they run for a bit, something like that. I don't know. I don't exactly see how I would set it up. because I'm really bad at setting up counters. But I get the vision. Okay, I think we can do concrete here, no problem. Okay, do we have an offshore pump? Oh, we do. We have exactly one. We made exactly the right amount. Perfect. Okay, power. And then we should be able to get iron from here. So we take a loader. It auto places it because that's what I wanted. How did it know? You've pretty much messed up every counter you've tried to make it. Same. I know they're not particularly complicated in compared to like other circuit things, but I mess them up every time. I don't know how, but I do. Now I can usually make them work. It just takes a while. It just always takes a few tries. So by the time I get it working, we'll have all the RCUs built. Okay, there we go. Don't know what happened there. Oh, we got an invulnerable one. Oh yeah. Conceptually, they're pretty easy. I just always hook up the wire wrong and get it into like an infinite loop. And even though there's only like 2 things to double check, I can't figure it out. I don't know. There's something about combinators that confuse me. It's not the logic part of it. Like I get what they're supposed to be doing, but the symbols I always get wrong. Then we just suffer. Yeah, we get the infinite loop a lot. Well, we get an infinite loop that is counting itself. And we actually count up to like 1 million or something. Like we actually add 1 every tick. That happens a lot. That's the wrong kind of concrete. I was worried that expensive mode changed what concrete requires, and I was like, this is not something we can afford. This makes a lot more sense, though. Okay, so concrete's good. Light oil, rocket fuel is going to be tricky, I think. I don't know how much extra solid fuel we have. Basically, I'm stealing the solid fuel from power, so this might cause a brownout if it's done poorly, which it will. Also, we had a chest with like 2,000 landfill. Does anybody remember where I placed it? Yeah, they aren't rocket science, but they are computer science, which is not something I'm great at. Like the only Factorio player in the world who isn't a comp sci major. It feels. Yo, what's up, that freaking guy? Welcome. Thanks for the prime. Haven't seen you around for a while. We're suffering today, as my title says. It's a mod that makes it really annoying to rotate things. That face when you forget where you put a square kilometer of land. I know, right? Don't you hate when you misplace an entire estate? It happens all the time. I know, like, millionaires definitely deal with it constantly. Okay, so should be easy enough to hand build, right? Yeah, I imagine it is. The issue is that our inserters are terrible. That's really what it boils down to. This isn't difficult to build. But the fact that the inserters have like a 40% chance of breaking the lane makes it a little bit trickier. Maybe I should have done the direct fed one, because at least that one can't mess up. That requires a lot more light oil. That requires a lot more space that we don't really have. Okay, so output. I think this is what we need to copy. I just hope it works. There we go. You know, there's some fancy stuff you can do with bit shifting, but a lot of that often just goes over your head. Like earlier today, you wanted to filter out one signal in a wire, but ultimately just had to brute force it to pull out each signal in it. I have successfully pulled out one signal like one time. I don't remember how I did it, but I was so happy when I finally got it, and then I realized I didn't even need that circuit in the first place. Alternatively, to fix the RCUs, have the belt split more in a tree fashion. That, oh, that's true. Just have it split more branched-like. I don't know what bit packing is, so I can't say. It was... I basically just said if this, if it has any of something, output it as signal strength of 1, and then I converted that 1 back into like an electric engine. It wasn't, it was, I had like, and then I had another combinator after it. I had like 3 combinators. I'm pretty sure I did not need any of them. I feel like I could have made it work with 1. But it was way more complicated than it should have been. I'm pretty sure. I definitely had some redundancy. Because I think at the end I realized I didn't need more than the first comment, or the first one, maybe the second one. And then I just realized I didn't want to design it that way either. It was great. Very, very well designed circuit. That was worth my time. Okay, which ones get placed wrong? Okay, these ones were placed wrong. These were placed wrong. These ones are right. Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the first few days of this, basically, if you type www.ksf, most variations of that also work for typos. It tells you a list of all the random things that happen to make us suffer. The worst one by far is definitely the inserter rotations, because it means when you use bots, they just don't work. Okay, anyone that has all 3 letters, I guess. That looks like a game. Oh, that's VVVVV. Or something like that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have spoken in such an extreme. I I saw a lot of people mess up the last 2, last 3 characters, so I made a bunch of combinations of those. Okay, that one's supposed to work. That one I was supposed to have added. I might have typed the command wrong. Maybe none of the variations work. I think I'm just wrong in all ways. Any new modifiers? Just worse versions. I think we've unlocked every modifier. We're just getting worse versions of the same ones. So, like, there's a very, very high chance that inserters are built wrong now. And then, what else? Super high chance that rotations are random. That's another one. But nothing, like, actually new, just significantly harder, more annoying versions of what we already got. But I think we unlocked all of them about 2 streams ago. The worst one we've unlocked recently, I guess, was expensive mode, which I think was supposed to be on there a lot earlier. I wonder if it only updated on a restart of the game. Because I feel like we were supposed to get that one way earlier, or at least the mod author thought we did. And then when we played the next day, we had it immediately, so I don't know. To me, that sounds like a reset thing. You know, it'd be irritating, a moving watermark of the DVD logo. Just, that would be pretty frustrating if they could just overlay some ghost that just bounces around and never hits the corner. That would be rough. Oh yeah, I still need to come up with more M's. And less M's, apparently. And just, ooh, hold up. And Monday. There we go. We can get 1 M. Add command. Meme run Monday. Meme run Monday. We do dumb stuff. Okay, so that's the first. There we go. The first 4 letters are accounted for. We'll have to work on the other ones later. Fake ghost blueprints at random. Oh, you know it'd be even crueler? Real ghost blueprints that just mess with your bots. Actually, I don't want to give them ideas. That seems like something they would do. I don't want to encourage this. Okay, we need ideally 20 beacons. Don't know if that's going to happen, but it would be nice. I think we're missing steel, right? No, what are we missing? Ah, circuits. That makes sense. Okay. That should be 20. They'll technically be done in time. Or they should be done in time by the time we figure out where a rocket is. Okay, so we have rocket fuel down here. RCs and LDS are up here, which means neither of these are great spots for a silo. That's basically the gist of that. Cool. Let's do here, and it should be 6 by 6, right? I don't know why I always forget the size of the silo, considering I build it like every week. But I don't know. My memory is awful. What can I say? I'm spending too much time trying to memorize what modifiers we have to actually know the recipes, or to know the size of buildings. Imagine building look like blueprints that randomly replace blueprints. Now that one I like. That's true. No one would go for bots. I don't know. I feel like I'd still go for bots just because I like the idea of them being able to just randomly build things. Because we have the auto build already, right? So imagine that, but it can build literally anywhere. That would be pretty fun. Maybe not fun. Funny? Yeah, that's a more accurate word. Okay, rocket silo can go here. So for now, we can just... Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. We can use a loader for the silo. That sounds cool. No, this is fantastic. We've never had a loader before. It does sacrifice one beacon, I think, but it's totally worth it. This is gonna fill the silo so fast. That's a lot more destruction than normal. Huh. That would have caused a lot of damage, actually. I don't know why it's different. But hopefully it's fine now. We can have 4 gaps in the beacons to fit the 3 loaders. Hmm? Where can I put these gaps? Oh, I can move this one down, can't I? Yes, good catch. Then we can do the same for the other side. Okay, I think that's good, right? That's what you meant, roughly? We should also be able to make do with 2 loaders. Yeah, we can make do with 2 loaders as well, which is nice. Okay, that was a mistake. You know what? We're belt weaving. Why not? Why not belt weave? It's in line with the rest of our base. Okay. Move bottom one out. Well, we could move it to fit a 3rd loader. We just don't gain anything from a 3rd loader. Are we like out of oil? Like there's obviously... Oh my gosh. I know what's happening. We placed a I think we placed a hostile turret, and then we attacked that turret, because I don't think there's a biter in there. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Turret attacked our base and we attacked the turret. Yep, I'm glad we had that turret to protect us, huh? It saved us here. It saved us from itself. There we go. Okay. We're gonna have to do something with coins, I think. Yes, one of the modifications from this scenario pack is hostile turrets. It's not great. It's fun. It is very fun, but it's also very cruel. It mattered a lot more early on. They only turn on you right after you place them, so it's normally easy to spot right away. And honestly, that might not have been what happened. I just didn't really see anything else happen, so that was just my guess. 'Cause I don't know how a biter would have gone inside. Okay, there we go. We're going to add a splitter here that filters out coins in case we missed any, I think. The last thing I want is a coin slowing down this launch because, you know, we're on such good pace. Yeah, flame turrets, the flame turrets are annoying. They don't usually deal much damage to me, but they leave fire that makes it that anytime you go to replace the turret that was lost, it just damages it forever. Which is exactly what you want. Oh, hostile with modified ones would be cruel. Why would you suggest this? I didn't know you were so cruel like that. Also, we could 100% use a red belt here. And that makes the connections a whole lot easier. Okay, here's an idea. Look at that. Look how easy spaghetti is when you just destroy your entire base. This didn't work. This did not work at all. Okay, this can't be mined. Cool. I guess we'll go here then. Oh my gosh. We got really unlucky with this placement. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so far so good. Okay. I don't know what this connection is, but it seems to be working. Okay, we're almost there. Perfect. We did it. Definitely the easiest way we possibly could have done that. Imagine hostile personal laser turret. Oh, that would be really funny, actually. No, that would be fantastic. Okay, I don't understand how we didn't produce enough of those. We need 3 plus another 5. Okay, that's fine. We either didn't click enough times. That's a strong contender. The other option is I canceled them to build something else, which is very likely, actually. Splitter for second line coins, good catch. I, for some reason, thought they were going into the same area. So I didn't put one. I thought about it, and I was like, oh, no, I don't need one. It's already set up. Nope. It is not. Okay, well, at least this is more defended. Oof. Yeah, the big... Ooh. I've never had a splitter, a spitter, or any kind of worm be summoned next to a flamethrower before. That's kind of cruel. Okay, LDS is good. Let's just start upgrading belts. Why not? Wait, we have belt weaving in various places. Maybe I shouldn't. What's the worst that can happen? Our whole base stalls? That's fine. Yeah, because the one thing we're going to be limited by here is belt speed for sure. Hostile Spidertrons would be great. Yeah, I don't think I want to build a missing turret again. Not after last time. We'll just leave it. Well, what's the worst that could happen? It's not like we have the only thing we need for launch right next to biters. Ooh, a nuke could be runs. I mean, I also don't know what turret you're talking about, actually. Because we don't have a missing turret, right? We'll place these guys up here, though. There we go. Yeah, I don't recall seeing a missing turret, so I'm slightly confused. One at the very top with the destroyed turret graphic. Oh, that was the hostile one. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll YOLO it. Maybe it's fine. So for some reason I thought the trader run was over there. I guess bots aren't gonna auto place a trader, are they? In my mind, there we already did it because the bots replaced it. But if it died as traitor, it wouldn't be added to the ghost. It wouldn't be added as a ghost. Okay, this looks pretty healthy over here. I actually don't know if flamethrower turrets are in the network. That one was rotated to the right. It was... The graphic looks not right facing. The graphic looks a lot different. So I just assumed it was vertical. Yeah, that tracks. Oh my gosh. We got 2 in 1. Love it. Cool. Okay, let's leave these out of there for a bit. That went exactly how I wanted. Okay, so we need another like 6 or something, I guess. Let's just keep making them. Why not? We still need to grab the parts for the silo anyway. Where are those? Yeah, that's what it is. It's fireworks to celebrate the launch. Also, anyone have opinions on what we should launch? We only lost 2. I thought we lost like 5 before I started mining it. I know I picked up 1 and then I picked up 1 more than I should have. But I might have also overcrafted. Now we'll never know. We could do coins. Inserters have been the most annoying things. I'm pretty sure we lost an inserter when we did the hand-fed run. We've never launched a coin before. I do like the idea of launching the coin just because it's new. Do we have fish? We could get fish. Fish haven't been like a key part of the run. Usually I like launching something that represents the pain of the run, if I can. So I'm pretty sure this is useless, but you know, maybe it'll help. It might be too little, too late. Oh my gosh. I wish we could launch the quick bar. That's the thing that's been like very mildly frustrating. Yeah, I'll launch. Yeah, 10K coins. That seems reasonable. Yeah, you know what? Maybe coins are a good option. We probably have enough rocket fuel. Yeah, we do. Okay. Okay, so we're good. We don't actually need to expand our rocket fuel. Isn't the whole run very mildly annoying? No, a lot of things are incredibly annoying. Like the fuzzy bar one is just very lightly annoying, whereas like the inserters rotating is like hair tearing out annoying. We also I'm realizing we don't have steel buffered up anywhere, so we're just gonna have to go steal steel from like every belt we have. Have you had a look at hotbar 4 through 10? Which one? These ones? Let's see. Are any of these accurate, actually? Let's see. This one's wrong. This one's wrong. This one's wrong. This one's wrong. Oh, you mean these ones. Yeah, gotcha. I thought you meant numbers 4 through 10. Yeah, we'll scroll through those. But yeah, all of these are wrong except for fish, walls, and undergrounds, I think. Oh, so that half of that one's right. These are all wrong. Actually, no, Roboport's correct. These 2 are right. Well, this bar we only use for blueprints, which means all of these are wrong except for the blueprint. And then I have no idea what's happening over here. This basically feels like a duplicate of one of the bars I already have. This one's actually almost usable. This one's fairly useless. This one's useless. Okay, all of these ones are absolutely useless. Like electric mining drills. Why would I ever want electric mining drills on my hotbar? Also, where can I get 500 more steel? We basically need to find something that is incredibly backed up, like, so we can just find a long belt to steal from. I think we found it. I think LDS is very steel limited, or not steel limited. We thought it would be steel limited, and then it turned out expensive mode makes it require like 15 times the plastic or something like that. Actually, I don't think it's 15 times, but it requires a lot more plastic. Okay, what else are we missing? We got the engines. Oh, we still need the concrete, which I remember we produced pretty close to our silo. Okay. Where is the silo, by the way? It's not anywhere in my inventory. There we go. Okay, we got too much concrete. And then last but not least is processing units, which we made a chest for at some point. And then we promptly deleted the chest. And accidentally fed all of them to RCUs. Perfect. That tracks. Okay, I think everything's good. We can give these RCUs. We don't need these anymore. I really hope ooh. There is a chance that the silo is in fact more expensive. Oh my gosh. You know what? Whatever. It can stay dead. I like how the flamethrowers, they can't damage other flamethrowers. So it just sits there firing forever, just burning through oil. Yeah, that one was a tunnel, not the silo. Whatever, I guess this is fine. Maybe I can out-repair it. I don't know if I have enough repair packs, but I might. Okay, this is slightly backed up by a coin, I imagine. Okay, I think everything's good. That's what oil fields on fire looks like. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's just constantly getting fuel, so it never goes out. Wow, this is not inputting fast enough. Wow, even like a loader. I didn't realize half a belt of resources was so low, I guess. I thought this would be really cool and like perfect, but nope. We can fix that though. I don't know if it'll fix it in time, but we can technically fix it. Okay, there we go. Now it can hopefully fill faster than it can launch. Well, now there's a random belt there that's ruining it. There we go. So glad we did that. That's gonna save so much time on the last 30% of our launch. Okay, so should I launch all the coins or just exactly 10k? Actually, can I launch exactly 10k? Hold on, that might be very difficult to do. A full stack. Well, the stack is endless. As far as I know. I don't know if we can get a full stack. I mean, we could theoretically go mine a ton of rocks forever and get like 10k, 100k coins. Yeah, what do you think the stack size is? Can you launch a silo in the rocket? I think technically you can. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to launch a silo. The silo wasn't a huge part of the run, though. It needs to be relevant to the run. Maybe we should get every coin we have. How many is that? Can you request coins? That should default to 1 stack. Oh, see what it actually is? We would need logistic spots for that. We can chill here for a bit. It's not going to take long to research that. Because I am curious what 1 stack is. Yeah, this is a great spot I built my silo. Definitely happy with my choice to build it here for some reason. Okay, we should be close. Imagine if we researched something in the process of doing this that like just made launching impossible. Okay, there we go. We have slots. I doubt we can request coins. Oh my gosh. 100,000, huh? How long do you think that would take? We get 4 per rock, so we would need to mine about 20,000 rocks. Just like 5 minutes. Okay, fine. We'll see how much we can get in 5 minutes because I am curious now. Yeah, that's true. There is like 5k on the ground. Let's deconstruct that. Wait, what am I trying to do right now? Can I put these in a deconstruction planner? I think we tried and didn't work. Yeah, okay, you can't put them in a, you can't specifically put them in one at least. Oh my gosh, unfiltered, oh gosh, why does this exist? You are very accurate. That was a very accurate guess, Takema. That has no right being that accurate. We need Logibots, don't we? We need a lot of Logibots if we want them to bring stuff to us. Can we get worker speed? Worker speed. I mean, we might as well try as much as we can. Yeah, exactly. We have the rest of the evening. At least 49 more minutes. What is that? Yeah, I guess that is when I normally end stream. Well, I guess it depends on the day. Sometimes I do 2 hours, sometimes I do 3. I feel like we can at least keep going for a little bit longer. Yeah, we have more. We do have more coins underground too. I think we'll be sitting here a while, unless we get more bots. Hold on. 200 bots is a bit slow. So what if we increase the limit? 1,000 bots, and all their only purpose is gathering coins for me. And then we also wanted more Logibots, so that way we could request them to us. That requires red chips, which we do not have in a buffer anymore. We might have some up here in a different buffer. I don't think the time I'm spending waiting for bots here is actually helpful. But what I can do is let the worker bots do their thing and then go to the below. Okay, so if we want to do anything in the below, the beneath, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, we don't need modules. We don't really need much. The main thing we need, walls could be helpful. Actually, let's buy some dungeons. Oh, wait, no, dungeon supports. That would be silly. We'll bring some walls as emergencies. But the main thing is we need like a ton of chests, right? It's like, where's all this steel coming from? What if we make a chest assembling machine? Let's see, where is that? Assembly machine. That's going to be here. We need a power pole, and then we should be good. Because the main thing we need is just the ability to drop stuff into a chest. Okay, and then these are actually somehow powered. I don't know how, but it works. We can also help. We can also bring iron chests. We really just need any kind of chest. Like stacks upon stacks of chests. So we have to make fewer trips. Okay, you know what? Those aren't going to build fast enough. Okay, it is time. Oh, wait. Hold up. How many coins are down here? Another 2.5k down here. Unfortunately, these are not within Roboport range, so these are not really going to happen, but sure, if bots find them, let's take them. Oh yeah, and first things first. Steel chest over here. Let's not forget where this is. Because this, I won't say this has expensive stuff, but it has stuff. Now we probably don't need to reclaim. Oh, we put our we put our chests in it. We are so particular about grabbing. We don't need repair packs. We have a lot of junk. Stuff just kind of accumulates, doesn't it? Okay. We're gonna save it because if we lose our silo, I think we're done. Okay, how long do you think this would take? Should we time this? Okay, right now we're at 20k, and it's at about 2 hours 15 into the stream. So we're just gonna mine this for like 60 seconds and see what we get to. Because this might be a little bit more, a little bit more than we signed up for. Okay, so this is 30 seconds. Oh wait, why didn't I look at the actual number? Okay, 20,500 at 25:15. Oh, see, and then stuff like this happens. So that makes it a little bit less enticing. Okay, so that gave us 200 coins. So we get about 2 coins per second. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. I didn't realize how slow our coin accumulation was. It's really that low? No, that's not right. 10 coins per second. Right? No, we mined for about 15 seconds. We were attacked. Alright, we can just hold it. Okay, let's give it another 10 seconds. I am very curious now how much we can get. And that's gonna kill us, so that's not a good example. Awesome. Oh my gosh. The amount of chests we need for this is so high. Okay, we are at 8:59. We're gonna mine for 5 seconds. Okay, what are we at now? 962. Okay, so it's about 20 coins per second. So to get 80k with that would be an hour. We'd be sitting here holding in for an entire hour. Well, okay, minus about 5 minutes from the coins we already have. So maybe we can make that a different goal. Also, we never rebuilt the power plant. Also should be faster. My test was flawed. Okay, let's get a more accurate estimate then. Well, it's not that flawed though, because the time to stop and kill bugs is something that matters. Okay, we're at 21:23. We'll go for 10 seconds. That should be a decent average, right? Okay, that's 10 seconds. 21:23. So 240. So maybe when there's no bugs, we get 22 per second. So that drops it down to probably like 55 minutes. That's that's so long. I didn't realize the coin gathering was so low. It's just we've been mining like this whole time, so it obviously doesn't seem like a lot. Like it seems like we've been getting more coins, but that's because we've probably spent like 5 or 10 hours mining this entire time. Yeah, let's just launch what we got. If it was like 15 minutes, I would have done it. 4 times that time of literally just sitting here holding in and running in a straight line, that definitely makes it a little bit worse. Do you think we'll get anything out of this? What if it... Oh, you know what would be awesome? If the mod had a chance to just blow up the silo. Actually, wait, hold up. What if it does? What if it just doesn't launch the rocket? I'm skeptical now. We unlocked rogue turrets level 6. We didn't get an end screen. I think that's because it's a scenario. I don't know what that means. Is there another win condition? If there is, I don't know what it is. It just says achieve victory. I don't know if there's... I feel like there's supposed to be a win condition, but like, what could it be? I might have to DM the author, because I don't know what else it could be. 100% is a win condition. I have to make 20 million green chips, but they're 4 times the price. That's cruel. So we won't. We'll save this in a different one. We'll put a question mark after it, and if it's not the win condition, we'll try again next week. And we'll reload this one. Because this is before we launch the silo. Because, I mean, if we don't have the win condition, we might as well just mine... We might as well just mine 100,000 coins. Maybe that is the win condition. We don't know. Not finished. Maybe. 20... Okay, 20 million with rotate inserters also complicates it, huh? Especially since the odds of them rotating are pretty high. But I guess that's it for me today. We might have finished this. I don't actually know. It could just be that there's no win condition. Like win screen. I'm trying to look through the notes right now to see if there's anything. But all we have for the map info is this, which we can technically write in, which is funny. Nothing visible, just threats. You would take refuge underground to build a new empire, but something goes wrong. In fact, nothing seems to be going right. Have fun in this new adventure. Build the infrastructure underground to return to the surface and escape the planet. Was I supposed to be in the silo? Probably not. Usually escape the planet means launch a rocket. Yeah, that one's my favorite. Maybe Mystery Meme on Monday. Especially since I sometimes skip the Mondays. Hopping in the rocket requires a car. So we can do that. You know what? We can craft a car, but I have a better idea. Let's buy a car. Wait, where'd our coins go? How did I misplace 100,000 coins? What? Did I load the wrong one? No, I didn't. Where's 100,000 coins? Oh, what did you think I actually put in this chest? This is the pre-launch save. So we haven't launched the coins yet. Yeah, no, this is the old one. I'm pretty sure. Maybe? I thought I reloaded it. Now I'm questioning everything. Weird. I reloaded it and resaved it. So it doesn't really make sense how we would have the old save. How we would have gone back to the other save. So now I'm just confused. I don't know what sequence of events caused that to happen, but whatever. Let's just go buy a car. Wait, can we buy a car? Oh, we didn't have to reload. Turns out we could have afforded a car with 80 coins. That's great. But how did I load the wrong save is what I'm wondering. Because I loaded the save and then I resaved it as not finished maybe. So why did I reload it? See, that's why I was confused. Did I reload it a third time? Why did I do that? Why didn't I just stay in the save? I genuinely do not remember that sequence of events happening. The mod has broken me. But you don't have enough resources for a second rocket, so is the old save. We actually do. We do actually have it. Well, I know the rogue one happened afterwards. So we do technically, we did have enough for a second rocket. So even the old save would have worked, or the new save would have worked. But yeah, let's launch this. Let's see if this gets us a victory condition. I thought something different happened, but we just got the scare explosion just then. Well, yeah, I know what you mean with the. It's this current run. I'm not confused about. It was how I loaded this one after switching to this one that I do not remember. I'm gonna have to look up a VOD to see how I somehow managed to subconsciously reload the save. But that didn't change anything. So we know no more than we used to. Yeah, the reward is I think the researches you unlock are random. Like the order you get them are random. Yeah, anything in the tech tree, would it be like after space science? There's infinite researches. I don't see anything unique. The only unique recipe research this adds is here. Victory, finish, launch. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to ask him about it. But that's it for me today. We'll be doing burner designs tomorrow. What was that launch? I was trying to see if there's anything with the word launch in the description. This just has the word rocket launcher. So yeah, this is just rocket launcher. Oh, I could also rocket silo. Yeah, those are all the words that I think could be victory. But yeah, that's it for me today. We'll be doing burner designs tomorrow. We got most of the fuel connections. So, or most of the ore connections. So we need to do stone tomorrow, and then we also need to do the fuel compressor, which is probably going to be incredibly expensive. So we're either going to have to make it have a ton of entities or use a ton of red belts. Neither of them I am particularly fond of, but obviously one of them needs to happen. But thank you all for watching. Thanks for enjoying the suffering with me. We might do this next week if we find out there's another win condition. Like I said, I'll have to ask them about that. Otherwise, we will start a new one. We have a lot of ideas. Honestly, we could just do an expensive mode playthrough. That's nice and simple after this one. Because I've never played expensive mode. But yeah, have a good one. Peace.